being proficient at restrictor plate racing. 4 wins, and we've got trouble behind him, Rick.
Around they go.
Stay down, go up, go up, go up, go up.
It looked like it was Eric Almirola that was the first to go sideways and then collecting numerous cars behind him. May have been the one of Jamie McMurray. It was a light blue car. Chase Elliott. That Sun Energy 1 caught up the window net down for him. Paul Menard in the 27. Jamie McMurray trying to get it going the right direction. Kevin Harvick is involved. The 44 of Brian Scott. And already we're seeing Chase Elliott climb out of that car. Look, it was McMurray in the 1.
See McMurray and Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy comes up, but then McMurray actually comes down and gets onto the left front. It's on from there. I mean, we talked about it earlier. As soon as somebody makes a mistake and you're in this big pack of cars, you're going to take a lot of people with you. It's just how it happens. Some of these cars riding around the back actually got in the wreck as well. So one mistake by a driver, a mistake by 2 drivers, and this is what happens. It's not just those 2.
And a bump there by the 48. The back bumper of Jamie McMurray. 78 of Martin Truex Jr. caught up. Danica Patrick also. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Brian Scott up on the hood of the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Chris Buescher, 23-year-old out of Prosper, Texas, was involved. Also that 46 of Michael Annett. Another Midwesterner.
Big impact. Jamie Murray hit really hard. Ended up getting clipped in the rear, turned him to the right. Hard impact, and all these cars, they had nowhere to go.
Of course, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 involved from the beginning.
And we're on board with Jamie McMurray. You see him just saw the wheel, that small movement. He just couldn't save it. Hard impact, and look at the multiple impacts. Another shot. 3 big hits for Jamie McMurray. Gets his hands off the wheels, so as the wheel goes left and right, it doesn't catch his thumb or a finger. On board here with Dale Earnhardt Jr. You hear him out of the gas.
Check it up.
Just nowhere to go. He drives through the accident, but a lot of damage to the nose of the 88 car.
All 4 Hendrick cars involved. Casey Kane as well. A lot of damage to the 48, the 78.
And the frustration of Speedway racing is this is it. 2 drivers, Jimmy Johnson and Jamie McMurray, get into one another. Just mistakes. And their mistakes are going to cause a poor night for 15,
half the
16,
field.
17 cars. Yeah.
We're at almost 19 cars that I've counted.
And look at Kevin Harvick, how far underneath Brian Scott he is. The rear tires are on the roof of the 4 car.
Matt DiBenedetto in the 83 is up underneath the 4. And the sparks flying. So much sheet metal damage.
And things happen so quickly. But you can see the 1 car. The 48 moves up, and at the same time, now the 1 starts moving down, just barely clips him. Then he gets into the side of his teammate. Then he has to slow down to keep him wrecking, and the 48 gets into the back of him. So kind of it looked like to me at the same time, they just kind of got together. The 48 moved up, the 1 moved down, and it started every bit.
Jimmy was thinking 3 wide, and the 1 didn't think he would be in that lane. On board with Kevin Harvick. You mentioned the 44. You hear him out of the gas, on the brakes.
Go low.
There's absolutely nowhere to go. You see his view, a car on his windshield.
All right.
And that's how fast it happens.
Look at the 34, how fast he's coming in there. 31.
Yep, 31 also.
Ryan Newman, he gets into the back of Greg Biffle. I mean, all these cars have significant damage. The 16 of Biffle, of all the cars that got hit significantly, he probably has the least amount of damage if it didn't damage the fuel cell.
20 of Kenseth.
A lot of big names in this wreck.
Absolutely.
See Danica in it. She was a lap. She had just gotten lapped.
There's the damage to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. The hood folded back. Not even a front end.
And so go back and think about the pit stops. The pit stops put Kevin Harvick close enough to the front. We saw Kyle, his teammate Kurt Busch, he went ahead and raced to the front.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Coke Zero 400 powered by Coca-Cola. You saw it on NASCAR Nonstop. Tony Stewart involved in the most recent caution. 4. They did not need this as they were fighting for points. Just got loose. Collected the 13 and the 19 with damage.
Yeah, I feel like he had to cut a tire, had to run over something as quickly as that car came around. There was some sort of a problem. Yeah, he had a tire go down, I'm sure. Probably ran over something. The 13 car, Casey Mears, having a great night with a chance to win, gets into it.
Maybe not a lot of damage on the 13 or the 19, but plenty of damage on the 14 as we ride along.
Watch Tony's hands. Watch his hands. Drives in the corner. He knows he has a problem right there. So, yeah, that was more than just being free on entry. He had some sort of a problem. You can see he knew it. He had to turn the wheel to the right. Then you saw the big correction. Certainly some sort of a mechanical issue or a tire down.
.13 Casey Mears, as you mentioned, having a great night, nowhere to go. Ryan Blaney, that seems like that is pretty severe contact on the right front of Ryan Blaney's car. 19 of Carl Edwards, a lot of damage. The 6 of Trevor Bayne gets pretty fortunate here. Just a little bit of damage so far, really. I think that won't hurt the 6.
Again, the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger comes up the racetrack.
Yep.
Has a little help there.
Yeah, the 42 and the 15 got together first, and that got the 15 up the racetrack, and that's what started it.
Yeah, and then the chain reaction. The 19 looks like he got out of the gas. The 21 was behind him. Didn't get out of the gas as quick. Got into the bumper of the 19. That's just the chain reaction.
Yeah, this start. See the 42? 42 checked up. The 15 was in the back of him. He got up the racetrack. 10, 12 cars behind. These guys getting the wreck. Had nothing to do with the start of it, but they got the worst of it.
5th caution of the night.
On board here with Dale Earnhardt Jr. You see the bounce off the wall in front of him. He's out of the gas.
Just rush the wall. Everything's good. Go. No. Keep coming. Come on. Off is out.
Pretty quick talking there for TJ Major, spotter for Dale Earnhardt Jr.